The Great Wealth Transfer is referring to the plethora of small businesses owned by baby boomers who will all be retiring in the next 12 to 15 years. Our next guest, Ray Drew, has dedicated his entire professional career to helping small business owners navigate the intricacies of SBA borrowing. Ray, I have so many questions for you. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. So we have been hearing a lot about a silver tsunami. Tell me what that's all about.
Yeah, so 10,000 baby boomers are retiring every day, and a lot of them own businesses.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing is that their kids, who are typically millennials, they don't have much interest taking over the family business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these are your blue-collar businesses, businesses in the trades, manufacturing businesses, and they're perfectly good, profitable businesses, and they're being sold into the open market. And it's estimated that $7 trillion worth of these businesses will transfer this decade alone, which will make it the greatest wealth transfer this country's ever seen. And a lot of people are seeing it as their opportunity to get into the game.
Wow. And why would you say buying a business is such a good investment?
Well, people want financial stability. They want financial freedom, but also some people just are tired of working for someone else. They want to be their own boss. And owning a business is a good way to do that. It's just not everyone has that $1 million idea to start a business. And quite frankly, the odds aren't in your favor. Most startups fail. Yeah. So buying an existing, already profitable business is a good way to cut through that startup risk.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of people, buying a business seems extremely, extremely expensive. How does someone get the money to buy a business?
Well, the Small Business Administration, the SBA, they have this loan program. It's been around for decades. It's called the 7A, and it allows banks to make business acquisition loans to aspiring entrepreneurs with as little as 10% down, sometimes even less. In fact, the SBA just rolled out sweeping changes to this program this year that make it more accessible for first-time buyers.
Yeah. What else does it take to qualify for an SBA loan?
Well, if you're sitting there and you think, you might be interested in buying a business, from the personal side, the qualifications, really there's three things. One, credit. You have to have a track record of paying your bills on time. Two would be cash or assets to borrow against to put down some money for the purchase. And then three would be experience. These are living, breathing businesses. And when you buy one, you're stepping in as the operator. So you need to come equipped with some skills that are relevant to operating the business that you're buying.
Yeah. And as I was saying earlier, obviously it's so intimidating to go and buy a business. But why is it better to work with you guys on an SBA loan? Walk me through the process a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. So SBA is very complex, and there's a lot to kind of navigate through. And so working with a specialist is always my best advice. We specialize in SBA 7A loans for business acquisitions. So we kind of know what's around the corner. So I like to be really proactive in our approach so that we have the highest success rate, because getting these deals to the finish line, as you can imagine, someone selling their baby that they've been building for decades to someone else, there's a lot of emotions in that.
Right. And can you tell me, we have about a minute left, like a success story of someone that has bought a business and really brought it back to life and it's been a really good thing for them?
Sure. One of my favorite stories that comes to mind is I did an SBA loan last year for someone who she started out as a receptionist at a salon. She went to beauty school. She became a stylist there at the business. She worked her way up. She was then a manager / stylist. And then the seller had to retire. So now, not everyone has, $100,000 to put down, but we got a little creative and structured a loan to allow the former receptionist of a business to then become the owner and CEO.
Incredible. Started from the bottom. Now they're here. I love to hear it. If we want to find out more information about you guys, we need your help. Where do we go?
You can go to SBARay.com or check me out on YouTube, SBA Ray.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, after the break, Heartlight Hospice is here with an amazing story and a fun fall.